Alright, we've just finished adding in all of our cabinets, the washing machine, the dryer, hot water heater, bathtub, toilet, and things of that nature. So all those components, specialized components, are in place. And the next step might be to go ahead and start building our foundation walls. Before I do that, this is going to be a separate drawing that goes on a separate sheet of paper from the floor plan. So I'm going to take my view that we've been working on. Mine's called Final Touches, but yours may be called Floor Plan or even Level 1. And I'm going to right mouse click on that view, and I'm going to select Duplicate View. And I'm going to choose Duplicate View without the detailing options. Okay, so that's my new view, and I'm going to right click on it and rename that view Foundation Plan. Okay, so I'm going to kind of clear up some things out of this view. I'm going to just randomly select several things here with my crossing window. Right mouse click, hide categories. Select the remaining options, hide and view categories. And I'm ultimately going to hide these regular walls, or actually I'm going to change the view plane down. But the next thing I'm going to do is start to make a wall, a foundation wall. So I'm going to pick my wall tool, and the wall I'm going to be using needs to be an 8-inch concrete masonry unit block wall for foundations. So I'm going to have to create that wall. So I pick the edit type. I'm going to duplicate that wall. I'm going to call this one 8-inch CMU for concrete masonry unit foundation wall. I'm going to edit the structure of that wall. I'm going to change the thickness to 8 inches, and I'm going to change the material to concrete masonry units. Move this over so you can see maybe. So it's under masonry, concrete, masonry units right here. Pick OK. And then I'm going to pick OK, and now I'm creating a wall. And I've zoomed in, and I'm going to make this wall. I'm going to go to the core exterior, and I'm going to start it right at the outside edge of my 2x4 stud. And I'm going to draw tracing around my walls. And you may notice I get an error. It says highlighted walls will overlap. Well, we don't want them to overlap, so there was something I should have done here. So I'm going to pick this wall that I just created, and the top constraint should be up to my level 1. And I want to make the base offset minus 3 feet. So it should go down 3 feet below. And now it disappeared. So you may get a warning if you set that up correctly before you start drawing that that element is not visible. And the reason it's not visible has to do with the properties of this plan that I'm using. So I'm going to scroll down the list in the properties of the plan, and I should see the view range. I'm going to edit the view range. I'm going to change the bottom to 5 feet below and the view depth to 5 feet below, and now we should see. I'm going to actually make that minus 5, and now we can see our concrete block wall there. So I'm going to go back to my wall tool. I'm going to make sure that I have my wall property set, so I want that to be minus 3 feet, and it's going to go up to, yours may be called level 1, but it's the finished floor level. And we can draw lines, or we can also use this pick line option here. So we can press the tab key and make sure we get that edge of the wall. And we're just going around the perimeter placing that wall in place, and I'm going to do a couple more here. Now if you'll notice, it actually didn't turn out too great. It's in the wrong spot, so I'm just going to undo back and take those walls back out and do that again the correct way. That pick line didn't seem to play very nicely for me. So I'm going to right click on this little piece that I have, create similar, and I'm just going to trace around. This way I can actually see which way the wall is turned, and if I need to manipulate it, I can adjust it with the space bar. So I'm just going to use my mouse and pan over. Final spot there. So now I've got my foundation walls in place. I'm going to right click, pick cancel, and we can kind of take a better look at that through the 3D view. So we can double click 3D view in our project browser. If you don't have a 3D view in your project browser, you can click the little house up here, and that will create your 3D view. Hopefully I'm not going to crash here. There we go. And you can see the block walls that are placed underneath the regular walls. And this one still looks like two segments. I can join those together. Join that wall with this wall here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now it looks all together. The next thing we need to do is add a footing, and you can do it actually in this 3D view if you want. So we're going to add a footing. So we're going to go to Structure, Wall, and we'll just pick around the bottom edge of our foundation wall, and those footings were placed onto there. So I'm going to go back into my foundation plan, take a look, and I'm going to turn off some more things. We can pick on walls and windows and turn those off by right clicking, or we can use the Visibility Graphics Manager. If I type the letters VV, and under the model categories I'm going to turn off windows, and I'm going to turn off walls.